Get ready with me and my vibrator as I get ready to go to a twerk class. Well, we're not actually gonna witness that part, but you know, that's leftover from last night, just being honest. Well, I started to record, and this lighting is awful, but I started to record and I was actually in the process, like you could see this is the where I do the rough draft. And the audio was just bad. So we are here. We're doing it. And I don't really know what I'm doing with my makeup. So just go ahead and judge me. That's okay. I'm okay. I'm open to the ridicule. But if you're gonna ridicule me, at least tell me what to do instead. Okay. Remember, 47, no. Oh, how old am I? I'm trying to make myself older. 46-year-old woman doing makeup. Okay, nobody taught me. I'm just kind of like pretend. But anyways, all right, you guys, thank you for being here. I'm gonna talk to you guys today about being introverted and doing shit that scares you anyways, to step outside your comfort zone. And I would like you to know that the real growth and success that I have seen in my life over the years has not come from being comfortable. That's really what it is. I have made it a point to do shit that's scary, even though I don't want to, because I know that the only way out, which is out of any kind of tough situation, whether that's being stuck with my finances or wanting to grow my business or learning new things, the only way to achieve those things is to go through the hard parts. Like, you can't get out of that. There's no way around that, right? You got to do the hard shit. And a lot of times that's the stuff that's going to push you outside of your comfort zone. And I found that the reason why I personally, and maybe you can resonate with this as well, have oftentimes stopped myself from doing things is for a fear of what other people are gonna think, right? Like, I wanted to record this video. This is what's happening, right? Last night, I had a little bit of fun by myself. I do that every night. It's normal. It's a normal part of being an over 45-year-old woman who likes to enjoy her body, okay? And so I know that there is a percentage of people that are gonna be turned off by that. And there's gonna be a percentage of you that are turned on by that. And that's really who I'm talking to here, you know? Like, let's normalize that shit because it's normal. Yeah, it's normal. So there's things like that, right? Where you put yourself in positions that are like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, I don't know how many times people have said to me like, oh my God, you're so brave. I can't believe you did that thing, or you did this and did that. And you know, sometimes I can't believe it either. But the real lesson here is that I didn't die, right? So today I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna go twerk, and it's gonna be absolutely interesting. I don't wanna put anything to the universe and just already forecast that it's gonna be terrible, but we're gonna let that experience be what it is. Now, those of you that maybe have been following me since the Venus Pole Fitness days, or your clients that were around at that time, hi, I love you. Remember those days, the good old days? There was a lot of scrutiny that I had to put up with. And I think that ultimately built a thicker skin, if you will, for me personally, because I wasn't gonna stop doing what I was doing. I saw how impactful the classes and the things that we were teaching women in the pole dance studio, and now even though there is no pole dancing at my studio and it's just personal training, same thing. I saw how impactful it was. I saw how many women were affected by it, how much it transformed their confidence, their self-confidence, their lives, their ability to speak up for themselves and really just get closer to who they really were, right? Their truest essence rather than holding back. And I witnessed this over the years, and it was quite remarkable. And I will say that if you were part of that time, thank you, because serving those women was incredibly important as part of my own journey to lead by example. I couldn't fake it. I couldn't just try to act like I was confident and I really wasn't, because people can sense that, right? You can sense when someone's being genuine. You can sense when someone's being fake. And I just don't want women to do that anymore, right? It's placating, it's people pleasing, it's putting off your true wants, needs, and desires because of the fear of how it's going to be perceived by others. Now, it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not going to tell you it's easy. It's simple, right? It's simple in theory. Just be you. How hard is that? That's the easiest thing. You just show up, you're you. You don't have to pretend you're anyone else. And end of story, right? Simple. However, that's not what a lot of us do. A lot of us are nervous to show who we really are. We're embarrassed. What if people don't like us? What if people judge me? What if people start to think of me differently because I do this thing? I had to go through so much of that, right? Like the evolution even into teaching women how to do pole dance and sensual dance was like, oh my gosh, what are people going to think of me? They're going to think I'm a stripper. They're going to think I'm cheating on my husband, because at the time when I started my business, I was married. And I actually had a really good friend at the time when I started my business. And I remember at that time being so concerned about what she was going to think. I was like so concerned. I remember like, oh gosh, you know, I'm going to do this thing. And I hadn't talked to her about it because I kind of knew she wasn't going to be all that thrilled about it. And I just kept it on the DL. My sister and I went in business together. And when I told her, let me tell you, that was not a good moment in time for our relationship. In fact, we are no longer friends for other reasons, but it's all kind of linked together. So nonetheless, that was an incredible lesson for me. And it would have been so easy for me to take what she had to say and do nothing and decide, you know, she's right. People are going to think this of me, and make it this big thing and then hold myself back from pursuing something that I was at that time very passionate about. Well, so glad I didn't listen to that bitch, because bye, Felicia. And also, I would not be where I'm at today. And I'm very content and happy and thrilled about the path of all the things that ended up being Venus and taking me through such a journey from pole dancing, sensual dance, creating an online program around sensual movement and sensual dance, and then the evolution of all that. And had I listened to naysayers and people who actually weren't doing things, okay, this is the nugget here. Don't listen to people that aren't doing things with their life when you are trying to take a new path, a new journey, try something new, and they're just comfortable being comfortable and stuck with their predictable way of living, okay? That's the lesson I have for you, because the world needs more women who are inspired and risk takers and willing to do things that are outside of the norm in order for us to encourage other women to do the same. We need more women to stand out, step up, step into who they're really supposed to be, and know that along the way, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna suck. There's gonna be days when you don't wanna do it. You're gonna be wondering if you're doing the right thing. You are gonna go through moments where it's not financially paying off the way you hoped it would. You're gonna put in a lot more time than you would at a 9-to-5 job, because this is an evolution in you paving a different way than a way that's comfortable. And if you've never done it before, how the hell are you going to know what you're supposed to be doing, right? So I know this is like going off into left field with a bunch of randomness, but at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and you have to say, self, what are we doing here? What are we doing here on this earth? What's the point? What am I trying to do? Am I doing it for the wrong reasons, right? Am I doing this just so I can have notoriety or people think I'm cool or whatever? Or am I really trying to solve a problem? And you have to realize that it's a calling. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel pulled to do something, and it's going to be confusing and probably a bit inconsistent in terms of predictability. And that's where you really have to ask yourself if you can do it, if you're cut out for it. And a lot of times people give up because it gets too hard and they go back to the easy way. So, you know, I did not just wake up and go, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna run a business and it's gonna be great and it's gonna be successful. No, okay. It was a lot. It was a lot of bumps and bruises and twists and turns. And I have learned a lot. And there have been times when I did not learn and I kept repeating the same mistakes. And you don't know what you don't know. So if you are really associate with being an introvert like I do, okay? And you know there's more for you in the world. You know you are meant to do something greater. You know you have something inside of you, but you just have this fear of other people's judgment and perceptions, and also your own fears of failure and who do I think I am and all this fun stuff. I encourage you to take one small step in the direction that you need to go in order to break out of that. And for me, oftentimes it's something as simple as taking a class that intimidates me, like twerk. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna twerk, baby. You guys, don't mind that broken chair. It's a situation. But okay, this is how we're going to twerk. What do we think? I'm repping Venus. Never miss a booty day. Can't miss a booty day, okay? Especially if you want to twerk. And I got my Papa Pink. I do have a pink sports bra on, but anyways, all right, we're gonna go twerk. We're gonna try it out. I don't think I turned out so bad. I think you guys should be proud of me, okay? Let's go make a fool of ourselves together, yay! All right, we're going into bikini fitness. Here we go, and we're late. Are you surprised? How cute this is. Fun time. Okay, so the twerk and tone brunch at Bikini Fitness was so much fun. So you guys will see some footage of me attempting. Now, I had to cut the footage short, so you really only got to see mainly the warm-up, but you get the idea, and I probably spared you from your eyeballs not being able to unsee what you would have to see. But nonetheless, I did better than I thought, which is great. First impressions, the place is beautiful. It is literally, if I could wave a magic wand and Venus have the same aesthetic, like bibbidi bobbidi boo, absolutely. Like all their machines are pink. They have aesthetic lighting and a cute little boutique and all kinds of just girliness. But the class was fun. There was this 49-year-old baddie that was dancing alongside the head instructor, which I believe is the owner. She's like Amanda Glitters of that place, 100%. But there's this gal, and I'm literally like following her move and everything. And I'm just like, I'm noticing I don't have as much pick up and go. I'm very rusty. I was getting frustrated. But nonetheless, this 49-year-old baddie is just like crushing. And this whole time I'm thinking, well, of course, I just got to give myself grace. This girl's got to be probably like 30, in her early 30s, right? No, this bitch was 49. They announced that like towards the end of the class, and I was like, oh God, I'm so rusty. But they were all very inspiring because it was super fun, and I was drenched in sweat, and I had a great time. Me and Jazzy got to hang out and just kind of laugh at ourselves, which was a lot of fun. To end full circle and say, yes, the entire time I was talking to myself on the way there. And one of the ways that I battle essentially my introversion and a little bit of like nervousness and social anxiety when I'm trying to do new things and step outside my comfort zone is on the way there. I am not trying to talk myself out of turning around and going home. So I'm very much like, we're driving, I'm being very present, like what's going on, I'm paying attention to the freeway, whatever. And as soon as thought enters my mind and tries to come up with a story as to why I should just not go, I have to remember, nope, you're driving, shove that out. You're not even there yet. You can't even give yourself that sort of anxiety because you haven't even stepped in the door. You've not even walked through the damn door, okay? I get out of my car. Thankfully, Jazzy was late too, so we hugged in the parking lot and we went in, and everybody was super nice. The staff is on point with their customer service game, which is always great to see as a small business owner. And it was overall a fun and fantastic experience. In fact, I'm gonna take a look at some of their classes. I think it would be fun for me to mix it up a little bit. They have strength training machines. They have cardio style dance classes, TRX. I mean, I need to look a little bit closer, but they have a lot of really cool stuff. So if you're in the Las Vegas area and you want to try something out that's a little bit different for your fitness while you're out here, maybe get off the strip and try something with friends. Maybe if you have a bachelorette party, I'm sure they have party packages of some kind, and that would probably be a really fun active activity for you out here in Vegas, just if you're into fitness. So check them out, Bikini Fitness. I have no affiliation with them. I would love to bring like a sensual movement class to their clientele because I think they would absolutely eat that up, and the vibes in there, girl, it would be so much fun. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, coming along my venture out into a twerk brunch here in Las Vegas. It was loads of fun. If you enjoyed this video, I do have another video which I'll put here, which is one of my very first nights out as a solo person living by myself here in Las Vegas. And you know, there's a little more humor in that one and some in and out. So join me on that video and let's be friends.